morning. I got some noise going on behind me. I don't know what it is, and now I've decided I'm going to move you, but somehow I can't move you the direction I want to. Hi, I'm Barbara. I have my coffee. My puppies are out here with me. Just gave Pearl a little lecture on how she's going to get stepped on if she keeps getting under my feet. It is Monday, October 5th. I'm wearing my Washington Square sweater. This is the one that has the fun buttons on it that I just washed. And the sleeves tightened up pretty well. This is the one I washed on hand wash, but we used my washing machine. That's the same cycle that tightened up my super chunky grandpa sweater. This is from a book called Metropolitan Knits. It's with the Washington Square cardigan. I think they're all named after places in New York. Pearl, we're trying to talk over here. Go on, go out in the yard. Is that Maisie out there? It is. Maisie always gets alert. When Pearl starts barking, Maisie's like, okay, what's going on? And sometimes Maisie will go out and bark in the yard at night. And then Pearl will come out and bark, and that'll upset Maisie because she thinks, oh, maybe there really is something, and she'll run in the house. Right? You got your sister on alert now, too. So, anyway, it's Monday. I have my physical therapy / personal trainer today, and it's earlier than usual because I didn't book way ahead to get my normal 2:30 slot. So I'm in the 1:30 slot, so I gotta get organized because the dogs need to be walked before I leave. I have to leave about 1:15. I don't want to forget to show you my earrings. They're very delicate and maybe not so easy to see. They're metal wires that are I don't know, is that anodized? I'm not sure, but they're just a little delicate wire with some gold beads and oh good, she has to go in the house and tell Dennis. And the purple is purple wire that's wrapped around the blue. Oh, and there's a little wire wrapped here too. Huh. I never really looked at them that closely before. But they're just piece of wire with some beads. My father gave me these earrings. A couple of times in my life, my father just showed up with a present for me. We're not big present givers. I was terrible as a mother. But anyway, so and one time he brought me a metal flower on a little wooden stand. And I don't know where that flower is. And he gave me a bookend that was a jack, a giant heavy jack. Like you play jacks. He forgot he bought that for me. He remembers buying it because he kept telling me to go find it in the house because he wanted it in his apartment. I'm like, Daddy, you don't have those. You gave those to me. I mean, and he gave me those 50 years ago. I guess he really liked them and he didn't feel comfortable buying them for himself. So, and then one time he bought me these earrings. And I don't think it was for a birthday. Sweet. I was never good about presents. I very rarely buy presents or give presents that are not a present giving event. So the kids got presents on their birthday and presents at Christmas. I wasn't one to take him shopping and then buy him a toy. They had plenty of toys, don't get me wrong. Way plenty of toys. But it was just just wasn't how I was. And, you know, so Christy really got ripped off because her birthday's December 28th. So she had all her present events happened within 3 days. I'm sorry, Chris. I should get better about that. I have granddaughters and kids. Here's Maisie Daisy. You've been quiet. Yeah, you've been quiet. There she is. Did you want to cuddle? Is Pearl getting you upset? What's she barking about, huh? What's she barking about? So I'm going to try to get better about that. Every once in a while I should just send the granddaughters something. You know, why not? It's not like I see them. I don't. Anyway, so these were a present from my dad. Funny sticky outie today. Yeah. Which is good, but in a... So I'm wearing my gym clothes for my personal trainer, physical therapist today. So I threw on my sweater. Did I throw on my sweater? Yes, I did. Because it's cool out here again. It's cloudy today. Might have a little bit of rain. And then it's supposed to be clear late in the afternoon. So maybe something else is going through. I don't know. But it's nice enough out here, but the chairs are wet, so I am sitting on a towel, and the leaves of the trees are very wet, so it might have rained in the middle of the night. It's hard to know. You can check the dog dishes. If they are wet, they've got water in them, then it rained. So I had my crafting with Christy night last night. It was Sunday night. We missed last week because she was busy, but we crafted together. I just picked up my Silberling an hour before we were supposed to start, and I made some progress on the Silberling, and then just as our meeting started, I got to the place where I'm adding the next increases, and I screwed it up. And so I wasn't sure if I screwed it up. I might have screwed it up. I kept going. It didn't, you know. So the whole time I was talking to Christy, I was either whining about either I'm going to keep going and see how it is, or I'm taking it out anyway. So I didn't make any progress for the 2 hours she and I were talking, or an hour and a half, or however long it was. But just to let you know, Chris and the rest of you, I did continue knitting. I made progress. I got back to where I was. I did my increases, and I made progress. So don't worry. In fact, I stopped right before the next increases, so I did a whole section. So I'm starting section 5. Oh, finishing section 4, which the increases end the section, and then my new section will be section 5. For those of you who are following along on the Silberling or knitting your own. So I don't have that many rows before I split for the sleeves. I think each section is, for me, 12, 14 rows. So I have 30 rows to go before I split for the sleeves. But I enjoyed knitting on it, and I haven't knit on that in quite some time, because I got to, you know, was seeing the light at the end of the tunnel with Ella's boxy, so I went ahead and finished up the boxy, and then started Janine's, so I would have it going. And then I felt like doing stockinette, I guess, and then I started stitching. And anyway, I didn't get back to my Silberling, but I did last night, so that felt good. I went to spend some time with my father-in-law yesterday. My mother-in-law wanted to go grocery shopping, so I went over and sat with him, and we talked for a couple minutes, and then he fell asleep. But she discovered that Sunday afternoon is not a good time to go grocery shopping. She said, I spent more time in line than I spent shopping. So we have a little store that's not too far, that's actually kind of halfway, not quite half, closer to us, but between their house and our house, and that's where she went. And I'm sorry she had to stand in line, and it was a drag, but I'm glad to know that that store is sometimes busy, because that's the store that's really close, like, for, like, Saturday when I had such an urge for bread and butter pickles, and we didn't have any, and I was like, but I want pickles, so I went to the store. I just went and got pickles. We're kind of out in the country, so having a little supermarket that you can just go get pickles is good. They were closed for a while. I think they might have been closed 5 years, maybe. Maybe not quite that long. And we missed them, I can tell you. Yeah. But they're not going to stay in business because I go and get pickles and onions and, you know, 2 other things and spend $15. They need people to go do their grocery shopping there. And that's not where we go. So I was glad to hear that they do get really busy at some time. And apparently Sunday afternoon is the time. So now she knows, and we will do this kind of arrangement on a different day. But she was glad to get out of the house. And, you know, I mean, she appreciates it when we buy groceries for her. But it's hard to have somebody else buy your groceries. So I can understand. And she wants to get out of the house. So I'm like, I'll come and sit with them. Don't worry. She also, you know, so I'm happy to do it. You know I am. She's like, I know. And I carried her groceries in. Except, of course, she comes in with 2 bags. And as it turns out, the 2 heaviest bags. I'm like, or I'll get the groceries. Oh, no, I was going to get the cart. I'll get the groceries. I can carry the groceries. Let me do this. So, do what we can. Oh, and I brought her soup, too. 2 kinds of soup. She was very happy about that. She loves Dennis's soup. Everyone would love Dennis's soup. Sorry, Juanita, I'm going to eat the soup, and then I'm going to go on my fast. So, that's all the news is. Had a nice visit with Chris, and knit, and that was nice. But we ran an errand, and I was over at my in-laws, you know, so I didn't, and then I got home, it was dinner time, and so I didn't really get a chance to start crafting. Dennis did get me 3 nails, but then, you know, gave me the 3 nails, and we're like, okay, let's walk the dogs. And once we started walking the dogs, then everything else started. And so my nails are still sitting on the table, but I am planning to put them in today and install my system, which now has 3 pairs of earrings on it. Every day when I take my earrings out, I've been putting it on. So they've been sitting there waiting for 3 days. I can tell how long it's been because that's how many earrings there are on it. These will go on it tonight, but hopefully they will be hanging by that point. These are so delicate. I don't, you know, it's like almost impossible to see them, but they're fun. I was very excited when I found these. These were in this stash in the other room. I almost got a leaf in my coffee. So when I saw these, it made me smile. And they go with my t-shirt. So anyway, otherwise no news is here. Everybody's fine. Dennis and I both slept pretty well last night, so that was good. I think Dennis is planning on making ceviche because he got some scallops out of the freezer. So we may be having ceviche today, unless he's gonna saute the scallops. He likes to make ceviche, and I prefer the ceviche he makes with the scallops rather than, we have some cod, but the cod is really kind of tough, and I'm not sure why. But which I'm fine with a nice sauce on top. He makes beautiful sauces for the fish sometimes. And I don't mind that it's a little chewy, but not in ceviche. Ceviche, it's not a good texture for me. So anyway, we're having scallops today, I can tell. The other thing I wanted to mention about this sweater is all these buttons are different. These are the 2 buttons at the top that are too big for the buttonholes. That's why they're at the top, because otherwise I can button this. But this is the sweater where I took the clear buttons and put it on the back, because the gauge on this sweater was so open that I was worried, and these buttons are big. They're all different. But they all have that clear button in the back of it. And that's what I'm planning to do with that sweater that I made from Amy Herzog's class earlier in the CoronaVlog, which I haven't put the buttons on yet. But that will happen shortly because it's sweater weather and I want those. But the buttons I have for that are big ceramic buttons that look like, that are kind of a little on the heavy side. And so I want to brace them in the back with a clear button like this. I got a set of these clear buttons from Joann's, just a package of like 200 for, $1.99. So that's what I need to do. But anyway, so the buttons make this sweater special too. But the sleeve feels, it's a little bit too big, but not too bad. It's too long. I rolled it up. The sweater shortened up a little bit in the wash. I did not do anything to try to make it longer again. I just laid it out. So now I know. I also was going to glean it, but I didn't. I just grabbed it. Pearl had already headed downstairs, and I didn't want to be upstairs too long after she went down the stairs, or she'd turn around and come back up, which we don't want to do. So I blocked the stairs so she can't come up. But anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I think the washing machine for this was a success, besides the fact that it's nice and clean. So this is Cascade Echo wool. I have a sweater's quantity of this yarn in a hunter green. I'm going to end up with lots of green sweaters, but I don't have a green cardigan. And the first green sweater I made was not for me, it's for Ella, so I won't have so many green sweaters. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Ramble. So I'm feeling okay today. I plan on working on my Silberling. I don't know if Dennis and I will play EQ tonight. He played a little last night. I could hear him while we were talking, so he may be getting in the mood. So we might do that. I'm going to hang my earring thing, I swear I am, and do my physical therapy. But first things first, I got to get this up for you guys. So I got to stop talking and I got to go. So I hope you're feeling well. I hope all is going well. You're healthy. Your mental health is good. It's not that easy in these tough times. Let me tell you, I get it. So, but it's a beautiful fall day here, and that should help. Although cloudy, a little cloudy now, but it'll be fine. All right, I will talk to you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay sane.